All right, folks, doesn't this look delicious? Completely not. This is what most of us end up with in our kitchens whilst we're cooking, just daily life. You know, we create so much waste, from apple cores to the end of the butternut, potato peels, bits of lettuce, leftover cereal with some yogurt on it. Ooh, this is my favorite. This is the leftover quiche. Yeah, somebody only ate half, and some bean curry in here with some mutton bits as well, tea bags, and what do you do with orange peels? I'm amazed every day in a household. There are only 2 of us in our household, and I am still amazed how much waste we create. But the most important part about it is that I know that all the waste that we create is going to a good cause, because we are using 2 different types of methods to get rid of our kitchen waste. It's all fine and well saying let's put it on the compost heap, but when you start putting vegetative matter on your compost heap, and I'm not talking about the bones here, vegetative matter, very often in communities, in complexes, you end up getting rats, all right? So we've divided it up now, and we've all learned that it's better that you put your garden waste on your compost heap, and all these scraps and things that we would normally naturally just throw in the bin, we've got a plan, Stan. This stuff here, but more importantly, what we have here is this. This is called Bokashi brand. It's been around for centuries. It's a Japanese way of living. It's normal brand that has been infused with the essential micronutrients which break down things. And what do they break down? They break down this. They break down bones. They break down all vegetative material, including dairy products. I haven't worked on mother-in-laws yet, but I'm looking for a big enough container. No, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, what we have is a brand that you can put into a bin. You sprinkle everything that you don't want, even a leftover sami or a bread roll that's starting to go a bit moldy and miff. You throw it in here, you cover it with the bran, and you leave it. And it's as simple as this. Take a look. This is the bin. It's really simple. If I tip it over, you'll see that the bin has some holes, okay? And that's obviously to let the liquid through, because when this bran and all these essential micronutrients are busy eating up all our leftovers, it turns it into liquid. That then falls into a reservoir at the bottom here. There's a tap, of course, because in the tap, you open it up and out comes the liquid. All right, but we're going to get to the liquid just now. Let's just go with this. So very simple, you pop that in there. This works anaerobically, so it doesn't need oxygen, which is really important that this lid sits very, very tight on here. If you don't seal it up, you're going to start smelling a fermentation process that's not so hot. And that is because oxygen is getting in here, and that is creating a smell. So it's an anaerobic process, which is most important. So it's really simple, guys. You take your stuff, take anything that you've got left over, and you throw it in. I mean, it doesn't really get more difficult than this. But most importantly, because Bokashi can eat dairy, like the quiche, and it can also eat manky things like this, which is the leftover curry, which really doesn't look very cool. It can eat fish bones as well. It eats fish shells, bread, any wheat products, anything left over. And I nearly forgot the manky yogurt and muesli. I don't really like eating this on the best of days, so I'd rather give it to the Bokashi. You know what I'm saying? So in it goes, and then the next step is the simplest. Every time you're adding waste, you're adding fresh waste, the next step that you want to do after that is to add your Bokashi brand. Because remember, this has got all the good stuff in it. This has got the stuff that's infused, and it's got all those micronutrients. That is going to start eating this up. So take like this, and then you just sprinkle 1 or 2 handfuls over. 1 or 2 handfuls. That's it. Put the lid on. Make sure it's sealed. Until the next time you've got any scraps that you need to add in here. What happens is this process starts because inside the bin it's all sealed, and you're going to get a liquid. We mentioned the liquid earlier. The liquid that you take out of here is insanely amazing. It has all the nutrition from all of this that has been broken down into its basic format. So you open up your tap, get the liquid. You can use that when you're planting. You can use that in trenches. You can dig a hole in your compost heap and pour it inside there because it is full of essential nutrition. The stuff that's left behind here, because sometimes there's like a layer at the bottom, take that out and you use it for exactly the same process. This bin will take a long time to fill up because your system will simply just keep on breaking down. So as you add in, so it's breaking down, and it is one way of eliminating a huge amount of waste that we would normally just throw into the bin, especially the meat products and especially the dairy products, because up until a few years ago, we didn't have a system of composting.